Yo, what's up, traders? Today I'm going to do a top down analysis on US dollar and Euro USD. So, this is a US dollar chart that I have shared in my Telegram channel, and here you can see that this weekly time frame, and I have marked this with this weekly power of 3, and I overall expect for the coming weeks and months a target of 108. So this will be the target for the coming weeks and months. But what is my plan for coming days and probably for the next week? As you can see in here, we have this range, and the mid-range is essential area for us. This mid-range can be a resistance for the price, and we might see some rejection from here back to this weekly fair value gap. From this high to this low, we have a weekly fair value gap, and price might go back into this fair value gap and then continue higher. It can do it from this mid-range, or it might go one more leg up to this equal highs, and after taking them out, it might do some correction into this mid-range or into this weekly fair value gap. So this weekly fair value gap is essential, and as you know, this week we have NFP, so that might be negative for US dollar, and we might see some correction towards this weekly fair value gap and then continuation towards this equal high and this level. So this is the plan for US dollar, and we will act cautiously and will wait what will be the result of NFP. So it will be either bullish or bearish for US dollar. In bullish case, US dollar can go higher to this level. In bearish case, it can do a correction into this weekly fair value gap, or maybe in the next week it might do some correction into this weekly fair value gap and then continuation higher. So these are the levels on US dollar index that we have to consider. Now we go to the euro dollar chart. So here we are with the euro USD monthly time frame chart, and here you can see that we have this monthly chart, and we closed the previous monthly candle and it got closed within this range. So it's not looking good for euro dollar, and it looks bearish. Besides that, we had this monthly fair value gap on here, this monthly fair value gap blue zone. If euro dollar was bullish for higher prices like these levels, it should have closed this monthly candle above this monthly fair value gap, which is this highs above here, but it could not close and it got rejected from this level, and this level has acted as an essential level of resistance. So this was a swing failure pattern, I think, and we should expect lower prices on euro dollar on the monthly time frame. So where will be the next target? In the downside will be this low, monthly low, previous monthly low, and after that maybe this lows and eventually this level. So this is the monthly time frame levels. We go to the weekly time frame. In the weekly time frame, you can see we had this weekly volume imbalance, and price went into it and filled this weekly volume imbalance, and this orange zone is also a fair value gap on the daily time frame. Price went and tagged right into that level and got rejected. So this fair value gap acted as a level of resistance for the price and caused rejection to the downside. So now we go back to weekly time frame. In the weekly time frame, you can see we filled this volume imbalance. Price went back into this range below this highs and that monthly fair value gap, and now it's tagging an essential area. Why this level is essential on the weekly time frame? It was once a fair value gap in here, and then it acted as a resistance for few weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and after price went above this level, it should be now flipped into a support area for the price if euro wants to go higher from this level. So as we have NFP this week, we might see some bounce from this level higher into this weekly fair value gap from this low to this high. So this weekly fair value gap and this monthly fair value gap on here, this is an essential area, and price might go and tag this level once again on the weekly time frame, and this weekly order block down candle as well as this inversion fair value gap might act as a support area. But if NFP be positive for US dollar, we might see expansion towards lower prices, which is this monthly low and this level, so price might go lower. So we will see what will be NFP result and will act accordingly. But I think this can be an act as a level of support and cause the price to go higher, maybe even in the next week, and fill this weekly fair value gap. So now if we go to the daily time frame, in the daily time frame we also have this inversion fair value gap on the weekly as fair value gap on daily time frame, and we had this low and this low which was equal lows. Price tagged into this level, took liquidity from the fair value gap and the equal lows, and is being rejected currently. So if it wants to go higher, that would be from here, and it will take liquidity from this highs and go back to this daily order block. So these highs are level of liquidity, and the mid threshold or mid of this order block can act as a level of resistance. If we go to the weekly time frame once again and take this weekly fair value gap, change the color into orange. Now we go to the daily time frame. You can see that this weekly fair value gap is also this daily order block. So the mid threshold or mid of this range will be essential for the price, and price might go tag this level and then continue going lower. So this is my plan for euro dollar and US dollar for coming week and after NFP result. If it was positive for US dollar, we should see lower prices for euro dollar, which is this lows, but if it be negative for US dollar, then we will see a bounce from this level, from this essential key level towards this area and taking this highs on here. So this will be our bullish play for euro dollar, and in case it goes below this fair value gap, then the next target will be here. I hope you enjoyed this video and share this video with your friends. Have a nice trading week.